Welcome to D20 Deathmatch!
Woo!
Welcome to D20 Deathmatch, everyone. We are back for another week of brutality in the arena as the Lord of Fate wanders again through the halls of the Dread Fortress. Things are a little bit more fragrant this week as the smells of... What am I smelling? Thea? What are you doing?
Nothing! And you hear a quick slam to the kitchen door, followed by a series of hammering and nails going into the wood. Nothing! You hear nothing! Nothing's going on!
What is that smelling? Why are you... what is with the nails?
Nothing! And she opens the door. You don't need to come in here! And she'll slam it shut and then realize that she's been hammering the door, but not to the wall next to it. She's just been hammering planks onto the door itself.
Onto the door? Okay, yeah.
Onto the door,
yeah,
yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Well, without even trying to open the door, the Lord of Fate just apparates behind you.
That's cheating! Are you kidding me?
You missed the... That was not gonna... I could have just opened the... Never mind. What are you doing in here?
Nothing. And you see behind two boiling vats of sun cola just letting out a sweet aroma. And you see next the goblins standing on top of each other, pouring a ton of cinnamon inside. We're just doing a little concoction because I thought we're getting into the holiday spirit.
It's just gonna... You're boiling sun cola?
Oh, that way it releases the flavors and then it smells good everywhere. And I thought since we're cooking, you have to heat something up. I read that in a cookbook once.
Is it actually boiling or has it been reduced into just a orange sludge?
Roll a perception check.
Oh,
I don't know. By perception, roll a d20.
Okay.
Let's see.
Fair enough. 16.
16. It is sludge. You can easily look in and you can tell like it's just thick and gross. It's syrup really at best. No liquid at this point. He's
gonna reach down and turn off the burner. You know
what?
Is
it done?
Oh, I think it's done. You know what? You worked very, very hard on this, and I would hate for you to miss out on this deliciousness.
Yeah.
We're gonna sit here till you eat it all.
What?
All of it. I don't want you to miss out. This, before it gets cold. Hurry.
Okay. And the goblins will start scooping it up. Thea has no idea. She'll happily eat it. I feel like you thought this was a punishment, but she will gobble this down, like eating it with claws and hands as they begin to spoon feed Thea this. And she's just on the ground as they allow it to drip in like syrup. This is delicious. I love it.
Roll a d20.
Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna be doing so. Oh,
your teeth literally are eroding away from all of the just thick sugar, just instantaneously eroding away from whatever sun color is made of.
I didn't eat teeth, and this leaves more room in my mouth for more food.
Okay, this is disgusting. He snaps his fingers, your teeth regrow, and like the sun color disappears.
Can you give me more teeth, like a shark?
You want extra? Fucking fine.
Yes.
He snaps his fingers. You have a second row of teeth coming. Not shark teeth, just like human teeth. Like, so you have two sets of human teeth.
No. That is the worst. How dare you?
There you go.
I wanted to be a little piranha, but that's fine. I have two sets of human teeth. This is like when you see dogs photoshopped with human teeth, and it's like, this is strangely unnatural. Imps should not have human teeth. They have sharp teeth. You have replaced her with 2 layers of human teeth. This feels so strange, but I can't stop smiling now.
Well, great. Well, maybe you can smile for the champions. Where are they?
Oh, the champions! Yes! As she tries to talk, now showing as much of her teeth as she can, as many of her teeth as she can at this point. Yes! So, if you watch over here, and she'll clap her hands, and 2 giant portals will appear in massive scale. Please, everyone, would you help me welcome Ruby, Ross, and versus Bone Daddy? Yay!
Why am I here again? Why must you keep torturing me? I was devoured whole by some sort of hunger, and now I'm still here. How?
Wasn't that fun? I thought you would like a chance at another go. Would you like some syrup? And she'll hold out a small hand of a dollop of Sun Cola.
You'll see that the like little forked tongue comes out to sniff the air, but the way that Ruby has been since they were devoured by the hunger is a little different now, because certain parts sort of almost glitch and then just stretch out into this eldritch abomination of a snake.
Oh, God.
And then the tongue just whips out like some sort of shadowy tentacle and laps up the dollop from your hand.
I can't control this anymore.
Lord of Fate, I am quite confused, if I'm going to be completely honest. First, you had me fight against a man.
Uh-huh.
Second, you had me fight against a half-man, half-animal hybrid mutant creature.
Yeah.
And now I'm just fighting a snake. And the last thing I remember is being consumed by an ever-growing wave of bones. And now I'm in front of this giant ball python.
Well,
What's happening here?
well, you're right.
That's it. That's a
Making noises.
wriggle, and it starts looking like I'm shedding skin, but there's no skin underneath it.
Ugh.
I just shed into this
A muscle?
horrible.
Why have you done this to me? Why must I?
We get
Just
that
a
question a lot. I don't know if I have a good answer. It's mostly because we're bored, and it's hard to find champions this time of year, especially like.
And for the thrill of victory.
I have an answer.
What's your answer?
I have an answer. Yes, Bone Daddy already said it's the thrill of victory, because I saw the potential in the two of you, that you could become more, you could become greater, that your story isn't finished being told yet. So I thought, let's bring you back. But it is a little harder, so the two of you might be glitching a little bit because my magic isn't as good. It's okay though. I'm sure the goblins did a great job putting you back together.
So much pain.
I mean,
This is pain.
It's fine.
usually people are healed before they come back.
I
That's
forgot.
This is the work of the hunger, I think.
I will be
And
completely clear.
These like black hunger-like tentacles just erupt from my back and then just kind of slither back in again.
I see the
It
potential.
does that from time to time now.
I see the potential that you see in me as a champion, Thea and Lord of Fate. The Bone Daddy's reputation lives long and wide across the world, but what is this snake doing before me in a constant state of agony and pain?
Oh, he's not just a snake. Ruby Russ, you should probably take this one, right? You wouldn't just call yourself just a snake.
I once was a snake, and then I was.
I just kind of open my mouth and it's like my jaw dislocates and it turns my head inside out. And then just like the teeth come back out through the middle somehow and turn back into a head again, but now inside out features.
Then I was consumed by the hunger, and now I am this thing, this abomination. Even before that, I was a programmer. I was just working my daily job, just doing software development. Yes, a Python working programming.
You're IT.
But
I was IT, and then somehow I became sentient, and I don't know what happened to me since. Please let me die.
We'll get there, maybe.
I will do my best. I'll be honest. Usually, I'm pretty pumped and intense. I feel like I'm giving some of that intensity right now, but right now I'm just pretty confused. I'm honestly quite scared. I'll be honest. When I thought about the theory of an Ouroboros, I didn't really think about logistically what it would look like, and now I'm seeing it in real life, and now I wish I'd never seen it.
yeah, it's pretty ugly. Or maybe that's Ruby Rust. I don't know. I can't tell.
The skin is now just like pooled into a black ichor beneath me and is now starting to like crawl back up the sides of me like
Darcy, pick me up.
Liquid.
You see a skeleton scamper over and like lift me up into her and like into its arms as like it keeps me away from the like the ichor of the skin.
Listen,
Darcy, protect me.
We have we've got all sorts of different types and shapes and folks that have come through the arena over the years. Do we have a lot of snakes? No, but we're not going to discriminate just because this guy doesn't have any arms or legs.
I mean, do you have many beautiful, lovely, empathetic skeletons come through these arenas?
More than you'd think, I guess. A couple of
Darcy's one of a kind. You take that back, Lord of Fate.
Oh.
Sorry. I didn't mean to offend Darcy. I wasn't trying to diminish Darcy's, features. I was just trying to say that
Damn right.
she's not the only skeleton in the world in the void. I'm just saying.
She's got great hip bones. I like them.
There's not a bad bone in her body.
No, not at all.
It could be.
If
I
she-
could have said something way worse than that.
You know what? Let me just take you over to our fighting
I was
arena.
holding my forked tongue.
Oh, here, to help get us started, Thea will fly over with her pink impish wings and put a little Neosporin and a Band-Aid on Ruby Rust, just like anywhere on your body. Like, there you go, you're better now.
From where you touch it, like the skin starts to like actually become skin again. The black ichor that's formed around my massless body is just somewhat taking shape again as a ruby diamond-shaped skin on this snake.
Oh, good, that's definitely what I thought that would do.
It feels better. Thank you.
If you need a band, okay.
I cough up and you can see it kind of coming from all the way up inside of me. This big mass, this huge thing that's larger than the size of my skull, and then it falls out, and it's the helmet. And I'm like, it's my helmet! I didn't know where that went. I just slid her back into it, and it's got the little 2 drinks still there, and they're both dripping in some sort of digestive fluids.
Do you
But
want
I've
me
got my poison on one side and my Java on the other.
Where does the syrup go? Where does the orange syrup go?
Just suck from whatever's left in this bottle that's somehow still got some liquids in it.
That one's the poison.
Oh, good. Now,
Disgusting.
Thea, if you don't mind telling me where this glitching is gonna like what's gonna happen here? Is there gonna be a great effect in the fight the first time?
Possibly, you just go with it. When you feel like you're glitching, just turn it into a dance move. And it'll be fine. It's definitely gonna be a totally normal thing and not like you're like going through puberty or something.
I have no reason not to trust you.
Yeah, exactly. See, I have built a reputation of trust. She looks to the Lord of Fate.
These guys were dead half an hour ago. I'm not putting a lot of stock in what they're saying.
Well, you will when you see her the fight. And she'll clap her hands, and you'll see that suddenly the entire room begins to shift as a whole layer disappears and goes through this room, almost as if a boring PowerPoint slideshow has just moved to the left, right? On that end. And we find ourselves suddenly within Emery's Tavern. It's a beaten down, just dark, kind of gross bar, a giant monstrous skull heaving itself right above the fireplace, an old man who calmly just wipes the bar in the same spot over and over again, and plenty of barrels of the number 2 ale. Don't ask what it takes to make it unless you really are curious and don't want to drink anything after that. Welcome, champions! We brought you to fight, to receive victory and accolades and glory to your story for not only yourself, but also to our amazing acolytes. And as you look high, the ceiling no longer there becomes transparent as they cheer and scream your name, Ruby Rust, Bone Daddy, again and again and again. This will be your arena. We hate this place anyway, so you can totally destroy it.
I was gonna say this is quite more cozy than I would expect from
I can't help but notice a distinct advantage to the fighter known as Bone Daddy, that you've given them a massive skull to use.
Oh, it's just a skull. There are no hands or arms or spine, so I thought that might help.
Okay.
Any bone is a
I
friend
have
of
two
Bone
spines.
Daddy.
Brains. I have one brain at least, and I've been using it. I promise it'll be okay.
Ruby blinks, and then the eyes just don't open again, because as soon as the skin touches, it just fuses together, and then eyes just pulsate out of like where a scale was, and a scale falls off, and there's an eye in the neck now.
Please kill me quickly.
That's gonna be to your advantage. I promise. I promise that'll definitely work.
You know what, Ruby? Just to make this interesting, if you win, we'll put you back to normal.
Oh, thank God.
Just immediately starts to bring out the teeth and go towards Bone Daddy. Like, let's get this on!
All right.
Fire.
Acolytes, are you ready to see some blood? And, well, whatever Ruby's full of right now, and some carnage, and an old-fashioned tavern brawl.
Yeah.
I need both of
It's
you
like
to roll me initiative. Flat D20.
Flat D20.
D20.
12.
Ooh, Bone Daddy.
12. That's a good, solid number. 12.
Ruby Russ with the 3. That means
Also a nice solid number. It's a magic number, some might say.
Nope. No,
nobody,
they don't.
Very, very few would say that. Bone Daddy, you were the first to act in round number 1.
All right, Ruby Rust. I don't know what your whole deal is, but I don't want to find out. I don't want you to be around long enough for me to find out what's going on right here, because Darcy here's gonna put you down in the ground. He's gonna put that poison down into the dirt. He's gonna put you in the fire. Gonna have that big soul jump on you. Darcy, why don't you go put him in the fire?
Yeah. Darcy.
Darcy is gonna go scamper, like bones flapping everywhere, and try to pick you up and just like hurl you into the fireplace.
Ooh,
All right.
Skeleton toss.
Rolled. Is this a normal attack or
Normal attack.
Okay.
14. Oh no.
19 to defend. It's gonna miss.
Ruby Russ, tell us how you block
Yeah.
this attack.
As he comes over to it's just a skeleton, right? So tries to grab me. Tries to grab me, but the hands sort of sink into it like a tar pit. And then I just ooze out from between the bones and just appear on the outside of the grapple. And I say,
I've picked up some new tricks since being assimilated into the hunger.
and I'm gonna try and bite back.
Oh, yeah.
He's got to
Yes,
do
three more
all of his
turns.
actions first.
But you
That's
will,
his action
when
number
it's your
one.
turn.
Darcy, this friend of ours is not quite as corporeal as we once have thought. So let's try a little something else. As I try to use like my Bone Daddy Arcanum ability to pull fire from the fireplace to just like shoot out like a breathing skull, breathing fire skull.
Yeah.
And then we make a second attack.
Let's see how much you measure up to Fire Lord Ozai here.
Ooh,
Dang.
11
Here we go.
versus a 3. It's gonna hit.
Started off so well.
3 is a magic number. Remember that, everyone.
Yep, here's the magic number. All right, I'm gonna take.
I think I just bring this hand up and just like explode like a wall of fire towards the right, just capturing this oozing thing. And Darcy's unarmed, right? But Ruby takes the brunt of it.
Oh, yes, easily. That fire dances around, following your lead as if the fiery dragon itself has come to life. Beautiful job! Yay! More magic. That's real magic, not numbers. This isn't algebra.
All right. 1 fighting spirit
remind
down.
me how much? 1 fighting.
1.
All right. Let's see. Got so many options at our disposal. Why don't we get some of the skeletons, some of my fans out of the stands? Yeah. As all the skeletons that Lord of Fate was talking about, all these different skeletons that come through here, apparently not making Darcy very special, are gonna pile on Ruby Rust.
Perfect. easily, just dragging the bones directly from the acolytes' bodies themselves. You pull it from Kelly C, Great to Be Gator, Commodore Scrib, Cookie Monster, St. Polly Boy, just ripped out from their flesh, and they stand now at your feet, ready to follow your lead.
A 3 to defend again. This one's gonna hit
3's
too.
a magic number. I said it. Said it at the beginning, and the dice are like, oh, okay.
You should not have said it.
Just as Thea said, the bones are being ripped out of acolytes themselves, as just bags of meat are being left in the stands, as just this giant dog pile is just like piling onto Ruby from the stands. And with my final trick, I'm going to fuse all of these bones together, trapping Ruby Rust into a bone cage that only legend has heard of. I'd like to make this like a static effect or something. Like try to trap Rust into the soul, like this bone cage.
So you want to make this a status effect?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, roll to hit then.
Really middling of the road.
12 to hit.
Yeah, another 3.
9 to defend.
As I bring my hands together into like a cage, all the bones form, creating this like nice little jail cell, trapping Ruby Rust. I will say I didn't think it through too much because I have seen you ooze through things. So let's make sure the bones are always shifting and not like they just like start spinning around in like this death spiral.
Magic bone.
That is 1 fighting spirit for the attack, 1 fighting spirit for the status effect. So that's 2 for on that one, and you now have this status effect of being trapped by these bones until you use an action to clear that effect.
Yeah, Bone Daddy brought the zoo to us. Thank you, Daddy. That felt weird.
Yeah.
Just stick with the full name.
You
from here on
either
out.
got to commit to saying daddy or not. You can't half-ass it.
You can't just say Bone either. Thank you, Bone.
Thank you, Bone.
Thank you, Daddy. No.
I answer to many names, Bone Daddy, and Daddy being 3 of them.
This is I have a question. Did you have a name before Bone Daddy?
He looks off wistfully, thinking about his mother and his father, Charles, who, if I remember correctly.
I think that was right. Yep.
Bone Daddy's always been Bone Daddy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Pasta.
Let's just go on to the next turn. Ruby Rust, it's your turn.
Ruby looks around the cage and sucks in some of the Java and some of the poison, swirls it around in the mouth, and is going to use an action to spit it onto the bones and dissolve their way out of this cage.
Status effect cleared.
Corrosive liquid, and then slides out of the cage, slithers over, looks around to see what the best form of attack is, and then goes down low, goes down for a low attack. Is gonna slither. You say we're in like a tavern, right? So I'm gonna slither between like chair legs and table legs to try and like keep out of sight until the last second, and then reach out and attack.
Oh no.
Oh, dirty 20 to hit. 18 to defend. It's gonna hit.
Ruby Rust, describe how you succeed.
Slithering back and forth, and then I sort of branch off this smaller version of myself, like a splinter of myself made out of some sort of black goo, and that distracts for just long enough for me to go around the back and grab him on the back of the ankles. And then I'm gonna, as I'm latched on, I'm gonna bring the rest of my body up and try and wrap around his body for another attack.
Give him the squeeze.
Give him a squeeze. Get wrapped around. Do some bludgeoning.
10 to hit. 9 to defend. It hits.
Yeah.
Oh!
And I slam that body against you. And then I'm going to wrap around. So that was 1 attack, 2 attack, 3 attack, and then this will be my last one. And I say, "You can play at this game." And I'm going to suck in some more of the poison from my helmet. and I'm going to make a status effect on this one of poisoned.
Okay.
Venom, make my bite a venomous bite as I try and make an attack roll.
Ooh, 11
Worse
to
every
hit.
time.
Darcy, protect me.
13 to defend. It misses.
Oh, yes! Bone Daddy, tell us how you shut down this attack!
As I'm just being pummeled by this giant python, I see them sucking some of the poison from their bottles on their helmet. And just with a slight bit of time to react, Darcy throws a thigh bone, a femur, and it lands right in the maw of Ruby Rust. Ha! You can't touch this.
Is Bone Daddy wearing hammer pants?
Now he is.
Only to rip
No, he's
them off.
wearing the
after.
shortest shorts possible.
Oh God, of
The
course.
short-
Instead of
Shortest
using
hammer
an action
pants.
to conjure hammer pants.
These are just really, 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 really baggy short pants.
Loose and comfortable at the same time.
Loose and comfortable. You might see a little bit revealed if I move too quickly.
Are you saying you brought your own snake to the fight?
I'm saying that younger audience be warned.
There's 2 pythons in the tavern tonight.
Anyway, where are we at with
I
this?
do also answer to Python.
Turns out I'm not the only one that's a giant python.
Was that your last turn?
Yeah, you okay there?
One yet.
Sorry, would you say yeah, one more?
That was all 4 of
That
them.
Oh, that was all
4.
4? Okay, cool. All right, end of the round. Thea, I need you to give me a D20 roll.
Yes, I can. I can do that. I can do it just so perfectly. It's a nat 20.
Oh, it's a natural 20!
Thea's really
Pretty good
good
roll.
at this. And in fact, she's so good. She takes just in that moment her D20 and smashes it into her face, kind of headbutting it, and it cracks her teeth perfectly that she has her sharp, impish teeth back. And no longer those weird, freaky human teeth you gave me, you jerk.
I was
But
going to say something's different about you, Thea.
I know. It was like photoshopped or like really bad a veneer job.
you did ask for teeth like a shark, so those begin to fall out and a new set grows in.
God damn it! That's
what you asked for.
Coming from? And she'll like pull a couple out and just throw it into the
Yeah, he's
crowd.
gonna just
Regrowing.
keep growing.
How many rows do you have back there?
I keep getting more teeth. I don't want any of these anymore. She'll toss them at Kristen and Lady Magdalene. Even Kyle get hit with teeth, just getting pelted. Give those to your tooth fairy as she keeps trying to rip them out.
But they,
Talk about my ex.
oh, sorry, sore subject. With a natural 20, Thea, though,
As certified lore.
you are going to trigger immediately a chaotic event. Yes! I need Ruby, roll us a flat D20.
As long as it's not a 3.
Flat D20 to get that one. Here we go, I think. Did it do it? Nope.
Nope.
Oh, I love a secret roll.
The
Roll it,
anticipation.
damn it.
Oh,
Roll it.
Do it.
roll
God damn
the
it.
dice. Roll
You might be able to
the
just do it
dice.
manually in the
Roll
room.
the dice.
Pressing it.
There it
Roll
goes.
the dice.
11.
Done it.
Oh. Ooh, is 11 your new lucky number at this point?
It's been a few 11s, isn't it?
As we find out what chaotic event will befall our champions, the acolytes will inform you tonight that there will be no fatigue penalties on any chaotic events.
Ooh.
Damage only this evening as we shake things up in the arena.
Wait, we're shaking things up. Everybody shake. Okay.
Shaking and just like globs of acid and hitting against tables and just corroding them.
There's a dude sleeping on a table. You've just like burned a hole in his neck and he's just bleeding out while he's sleeping. Just dies without even knowing it.
It doesn't. We revived him plenty of times. It's okay. With the 11, though, suddenly both of you feel a very strange urge. Your morning coffee is giving you more than a burst of energy. With that cup of joe running through you, you desperately need to find a place to release your bowels. Roll to not poop yourself. I know that most of the time Ruby probably doesn't poop if I understand the biology of most snakes, but in this case, you have the ability to expel.
Poop just all comes out in the same place.
Yeah.
Is this a metal save?
This is a metal
Yes.
save, DC 15.
Bone Daddy, Ruby, Russ, roll them out to poop your pants.
13 for Ruby, 16 for Bone Daddy. Ruby Rust,
There's
you
a lot
will
of poop coming out of that cloaca.
you will take 1 point of damage against your fighting spirit.
Bone Daddy knows how to hold his bowels. Through
Strange. It
a lot
just
of
like
practice.
Clinch.
maybe not surprising to anyone who actually plays TTRPGs, but this is not the first time this month that I've taken that somebody in one of my games has taken poop damage.
That's fair.
Taken damage from shitting themselves.
Very appropriate damage.
Not one of them super secret DM tips that only like pros know.
I mean,
Yeah.
listen, this isn't even like the 5th time we've mentioned a cloaca on this show, so it comes up a
Bone
lot.
Daddy, Bone Daddy, did you win that little tip because you actually have butt cheeks?
I have buns of steel. I might not be a very thick
Unfair
man,
advantage.
but I'm thick where it counts.
I can't clench your glutes together to keep the shit in.
I'm what they call pear-shaped, but pear-shaped if only it goes like this and then backed out.
like
Just a pear on top.
Lord
A pear on a
Farquaad.
lollipop.
Yeah, it's like you ever had like a meat stick?
Yeah.
It's like,
You ever seen a kebab? That's my
Yeah,
shape.
You got a kebab or like a meatball on a stick or something. It's just thick in the middle.
A single meatball on a stick.
That's how Bone Daddy's built.
I have so many more questions, but I'm not gonna ask.
How does he fit in the shorts? I want to know.
Without a belt, that's for sure.
All right. Well then, with that out of the way and some shocking revolutions about the fit chick. I don't even know what to say. The how you look
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Let's just go to round 2
all
before this gets
practical
weirder. It's all muscle.
Round number 2.
Bone Daddy, it's you.
Okay. I think I use those glutes of steel to my advantage, and I jump up to the ceiling, like to this point where like Darcy has actually been like snuck her way up there, as grabs me like trapeze artist like, and as I'm flipping over Ruby Rust, I pull out my whip and just like lash at the snake, trying to separate those globules that is creating this python shape.
Yeah. Roll to attack. Ooh.
17 to hit. It's a natural one.
Try a nat 1 though.
With
I
a
think I'm actually gonna toss this one over to Ruby Rust as I slash down and like hit the very like with a perfect bullwhip sound with my whip. I separate the two like right in the middle of Ruby Rust. But what happened? What does Ruby look like?
I think if you're cooking a sausage in a hot frying pan and then the skin starts to split open and then you cut it with a knife and it just goes just immediately, it's kind of like that. The whip hits Ruby right in the back of the snake skin and the snake skin just bursts open like a hot sausage. Just starts flailing around skinless on the ground.
Why?
I'm gonna go with your first request and say that you want to die, you want to be killed, and just try to ignore the rest. Ignore the screams and pain, because I don't like it when
with a
Alright.
with a natural 1, you're gonna take 2 points of fighting damage on that attack. 1 for the hit, 1 for the nat 1, and then you gain a fatigue.
You gain a fatigue as well.
Yes.
I'm horrified. Do it again.
You know what? I think Darcy's getting hungry, and all that talk about a sausage, I think Darcy's gonna dive in for a little nibble of whatever Ruby Rust has got going on, and these fangs pop out and just launch right at Ruby Rust.
16 to hit. Hot dice tonight.
Listen,
15 to defend. Ah.
No. Describe
So Darcy just like creates like a feeding frenzy, and just starts going at like the back half of Ruby Rust right now. It's not going anywhere. It's just like, you know, it's being shredded to bits, but it's like going down the where the trachea would be, just into like the rib cage, but just kind of like falling out.
Delicious.
Quite delicious.
Is that like ground snake then? Like you've already got it? Like, okay.
You know what? That's a good point, Thea. I'm gonna create a Ruby Rust meatball as I like combine all the different pieces. As I hop down from the ceiling, I'm gonna combine all the different pieces of Ruby Rust that has been like created like into a meatball and toss it into the fire. Maybe this time it'll work.
Yeah. Meatball.
Hot hand tonight.
14 to hit.
Oh.
Hey, 16 to defend. It finally misses.
Finally.
The snake does not want to be thrown into the fire.
No. There's a curling of some of the snake meat away from the heat as you're getting it closer to the fire, and then a part of it bulges out like a pseudopod of meat, of ground snake meat that is making up what was once inside and is now outside of the snake. And then it starts to have little minor pseudopods off of the front of that pseudopod, and then a hand is just like a humanoid hand is just sticking out of the front of the snake.
Why is this happening? What is this? Why did you do this to me?
I'm so sorry. You know what? And Thea, just out of complete guilt, will come forward and first in this now hand in you and put in like a whole handful of band-aids. You just put those wherever you want at this point. You just self-apply those bandages, and whenever you want, out of Thea's guilt, you will get an advantage. You just have to call it ahead of time and put the one band-aid on. You get one advantage.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Lord of Fate, what's happening here? It's collusion.
Listen, we never said this was going to be a fair fight. We just said it was going to be a fight to the death.
I didn't do a good job of putting them back together, probably because I didn't actually oversee his healing process and just let Thomas the Goblin do it.
We'll let Thomas do it.
I know, he's working on his certification and he hadn't finished it yet, but I thought it was super close, so I thought it'd be fine.
He can't read or write. What made you think that he was going to be able to put together a snake?
Well, he's seen straight
I was
lines
one
before.
with the hunger. I am assimilated with everything.
He eats paint chips.
And will ever be. I will now assimilate you.
This hunger is freaking me out a little bit. And with my last action, Bone Daddy kind of glitches out and does actually end up in the same place and like clips with Ruby Rust and is gonna like basically attack doing that.
Yeah,
All
shoulder jack! Boom! Someone did that to me at Disney Springs today.
18 versus an 8. It's gonna hit.
As I kind of just glitch out and then like land in like space and try to remove myself from it as quickly as possible.
Right.
But I'm kind of just like creating like rending its form at the same time.
We are one. No, you do not move now.
And then this arm comes out as I've got suddenly gotten control over it. It reaches down to round the back to like glitched within me to grab a hold of you and keep you in there. And then this other arm just like comes out, but it's like a bat's wing, and it reaches around and just tries to grab a hold of you. And I'm going to give you the status effect of grappled and held if I can attack with this, and then a third arm, like a tiny little doll's arm, like a porcelain doll's arm, just comes out of the chest, grabs one of those little band-aids and just places it on the cheek, just to give
before you roll. Bone Daddy, did you clear your poison status effect last round?
I didn't get hit by it.
You did?
No, he succeeded the
yeah.
the metal.
Oh, that's right. It didn't go off. That's right. Sorry.
Feels like you're just rubbing that into Ruby's face right now.
Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah,
I
just making a
thought
real
that
point
it
of it.
hit. That's my bad.
Real point to it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
do you remember
right.
when you missed?
Yeah, you remember so you didn't have to clear that status effect that he missed on, right?
So I'm just checking.
yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah.
You rolled
Sorry.
low, I remember you rolled super low.
Yeah. Now
Yeah, like
that you're saying it out
threes.
loud, I remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
3 is a magic number.
I just
Alright,
had assumed you were a more competent fighter than you were.
I died the first time with Ruby Rust.
You both have
First
died
time
here,
I've
so.
ever died the PvP. All right.
Yeah, I'm 0-1-1 right
so
now.
roll twice, take the higher. Is that right?
Oh,
That's good. 'Cause the first one would have been a nat 1. So-
Yeah. Let's avoid that.
15 to
Ah,
hit,
let's avoid that one.
9 to defend. It hits.
So I grab and I inflict the status effect of grappled, so that you're part of me now, and like the hunger did to me. I'm gonna try and assimilate you.
Do I take 2 fighting spirit on that?
2. Yeah.
Ruby's head then, as you're kind of grappled into its back with these abomination of arms, Ruby's head just splits open down the back and just turns inside out. So instead of turning the head round to see you, just pushes the head through the back of the head to see you, and then tries to bite you.
Ooh.
6 to
That's
hit.
a miss though.
Oh, it's a 4 to defend. It
All right,
hits.
still hits.
Woo!
No,
That's good. That's good.
I can't get out.
And then what are the power-ups? They can add extra damage to an attack, right?
Yes, power up does 3 times base damage, so it'd be 3 damage if you hit with a power up.
Wonderful. I feel like I'm feeling lucky. I bite down once. I just do a series of death by 1,000 cuts, kind of just lots of little bites, and then I'm gonna power up this one, see if I can hit with it.
Ooh,
Not bad.
15 to hit.
Not bad. Not bad. Yeah.
4 to defend. It hits for 3.
They will put me back together.
Give us the graphic detail, the slow motion as you go in for this power up.
There's just so much, the first one bites down and I get the flesh of the feeling and the taste of the flesh and the blood and the whatever else, and then I think you see Ruby's eyes just misshapen and poking out of different parts of the face. They just kind of dilate, suddenly they like the taste of that, and this hunger within them is now overpowered, and they just bring back and just a one of those sort of super fast where you can barely even see the motion. Just the head just starts going just biting all over the place.
No.
And then the last one, the last attack is that I'm going to bring my tail up and wrap around you, and then try and do a bit of a crush, Python and crush. Here we go.
Ooh, killer hug. I like to see it.
Oh, yeah, pretty good.
21 versus a 6. It's gonna hit.
Dang.
Nice. That was a good round for Ruby Rust.
I need new glasses. I needed new glasses.
That was a solid round. Really bringing this thing back in. Ruby Rust with 7, Bone Daddy with 8 right now. Thea, I need you to roll a d20.
If I roll high enough, can I have Bone Daddy's old sunglasses?
Fine, I don't care what you do with the broken shit in the arena.
It's a 10.
So sure, play with all the broken toys.
I find one piece and I wear it like a monocle at this point. I'm Bone Daddy. And you see her trying to mimic, posing tough, bringing up one of the old bones, from Gator or somebody that you pulled from the Acolytes. Yes, Darcy, you are my best friend. And pulling Darcy under.
Bone Daddy would be
my make-believe
incredibly
Darcy.
flattered right now if
Yeah.
he wasn't in so much pain.
Well, we've got a this match is kicked off and underway. A lot of damage flying out here in the first 2 rounds. We're gonna slow things down for a minute, take a slow dance. We're gonna go take a 10-minute break, and then we'll be right back. See you soon, acolytes.
The Dread Fortress is pleased to announce Logitech G is now an official sponsor for Season 5 of D20 Deathmatch. Whether you're in the arena, adventuring vast landscapes, or cruising through space, Logitech G products help gamers achieve amazingly immersive gaming experiences. Play at your peak with the highest performance gaming equipment. Today, Logitech G wants to send one acolyte home with their very own Logitech G Litra Beam and Blue Yeti Blackout microphone. All you need to do is type Logitech G in chat to be entered to win. A winner will be chosen after the break.
You won't get past me.
Yeah, man, let's go!
As Orin charges forward, flailing his giant claws to the Arbiter. I kind of liked you, Orin. As the Arbiter raises his hand and casts Disintegrate.
Wait!
It's visceral. It is violent.
No.
It is painful. As his body really becomes more petrified than anything. As pieces of his legs just explode into ash. As he falls to his knees. And as he looks up and just writhing in pain.
Acolytes, do you love the amazing players we've had on the show week after week? Do you enjoy when chaos events reign supreme in the arena? Well, know that it's all thanks to your bits, tips, and subs. Your dollar increases our chaos bar and helps us pay the talented folks on our show. For those of you who have already given, thank you so much.
Do minor illusion and create a top hat, milady. Just like just walk 10 feet away and then
Need her.
She's so angry.
If you ever milady me, I will punch you in the face.
You'd have to be a lady first for me to milady you.
Excuse me?
Nothing, Grandmaster. I would never dream of disrespecting you in that way.
Here we observe the terrifying chinchillas. As they are unionized, they're quite dangerous. Their fluffy bodies hide many knives, and they're known to trample a champion or two. If you would like to tap into the ferociousness of these terrible monsters, check out our Chinchilla shirt in our store.
Nice dice, Dice Daddy. Good roll, Dice Daddy. That's it, Dice Daddy. Don't be shy. Get in there. Thanks, Dice Daddy. Dice Daddy.
Welcome to another episode of Did You Know? While crayons were originally developed to be a child's form of artistic expression, they are made of paper and paraffin wax, so they work as a makeshift candle. So, to prepare for your next lights out emergency, get your box of Crayolas. Better yet, just get a flashlight.
Care for the capybara.
I walk over to him.
Okay.
And I'm tired of watching this. And I slice his throat. You die with honor. And I keep sawing for a little bit, just so I get the head out. And I hold the head up above.
Blood everywhere.
For you! For you!
Today, young acolytes, we dive into the fascinating world of crabs. Here, we witness a sand crab in its natural habitat, inside your mom. Just a little humor. Though crabs are known to love deep, dark, cavernous holes. Crabs often use their feet to move around. These appendages are quite useful for walking and tap dancing. Unfortunately, they can only move sideways, but that does still allow them to follow Beyoncé's instructions to move to the left. Here, we see a crab on its back. What an idiot. Now this little crab is working hard, making a good day's pay to bring home to his family. Let's cheer him on. Go, little crab, go. We are so proud of you. May today's dive into crabs inspire you. How? I don't know. I'm not an expert on humans. Is that ice-cold glass of water no longer satisfying your thirst? Do carbonated beverages suck now, leaving you feeling over-sugared? Try tuna juice. Sourcing good tuna juice is easy. Open your can of tuna, like so, hold down the lid, and then take a delicious quick sip. Be sure to try tuna juice today. Don't challenge.
Don't ask questions.
Ask no questions about the tuna juice.
Don't ask questions about the tuna juice. We just ignore it. We just ignore the fact. Trust me.
Listen, tuna juice is really great, and in that way, if you're camping, you can't just pour it out because it will attract the animals. So the most ego-friendly and smart choice you can make is to drink the tuna
Not go
juice
camping.
from the. That's not the solution. That's not.
I mean, that sounds like a pretty smart solution to me.
You just
Don't go
drink it.
camping.
It's like a shot. People take shots of tequila. Tuna juice is way better than that.
But I think people take shots of tequila for like a reason. Does tuna juice have any like nutritional value, or like does it get you drunk, or?
It's kind of like having dragon's breath in that no one wants to get close to your face afterwards.
You know how they do like picklebacks, pickleback shots, like.
Delicious.
You think there's somebody out there doing tuna
Look
backs?
at this photograph.
Like a chaser of tuna juice.
Yes.
Gross.
It erases all the flavor. You all have done pickleback shots, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No.
I don't like them because I don't like pickle juice.
Oh. Hey.
We're live, right?
It's fantastic.
Yeah, we're
We are
live.
very
We're talking
live.
about this. It's fine.
This was a small aside. Sorry. You know what? Thea rolls in with a small cart of either pickle juice or tuna juice. Let's kick this off with a shot. Everyone pick your poison.
Drink
No.
actual poison from my actual poison bottle.
I pull a flask out of my jacket. Say, bone marrow is the thing that Bone Daddy drinks. Don't ask too many questions about it.
Did everybody bring their own drinks? I guess I'll just have to do all of these. And she does. She takes like 6 shots, 3 of each.
Yeah, you can have them all.
It's fine. I've got pickle and tuna breath now for Thea. I feel great after this. My stomach.
Disgusting.
Super awesome.
Hey Thea, you want to know what you smell like?
Yeah.
Traitor.
Oh.
I haven't forgotten about that band-aid that you gave.
Wait.
I had to.
Wait, let me confirm. Yes, you do smell like a traitor. I'm sorry.
What? This is not. Wait. What does the traitor smell like?
Like you, apparently.
Like pickle and tuna. Pickle and tuna.
I don't deserve this. I was doing what I thought was right. You don't call me a traitor. And she'll take her great to be Gator wannabe Darcy skeleton and throw it at you. This is unfair. And she'll go pout in the corner for a hot second.
You know what, Thea? You know what?
What?
Ruby Russ may be first, but you're next.
She'll go back and face the wall. This is stupid.
You would honestly be doing me a huge favor if you did.
She can't die, can she?
No, unfortunately. I mean, I could, but then I would have to go back to doing all the paperwork and the taxes and all the stuff I don't want to do.
I was specially bred from my family to be an invincible worm, and I got transformed into an imp, and I could be your worst nightmare.
Wait. You were specially bred to be an invincible worm?
Yeah, my family loved me, and so they put all their love and care and said, you will be all our hopes and dreams and never die.
That's not how any of that
works. Are you the first person that the family has ever loved them before? Like that?
Well, I think they really wanted me to get a college degree, so right now I'm a partial disappointment.
Usually families don't specially breed their children.
That's what.
Like, usually they just have more of the same.
Regular breed children.
Yeah, not like special breeding.
Regular breed children.
Were you?
Thea's family cousins are not. Wait, we're not. My family's real.
And when you say you were especially bred, I mean, worms, is it like a situation where worm got split in half and just became 2 worms?
That's not how, no, we're not like earthling worms. Is that how
Earthling worms?
I think that's a common
earthworms.
Earthling, are you from a different planet? It's not earthling, and then you refer to the worms from Earth as earthling worms.
Well,
Can I fight this guy? What is happening?
The dirt worms. We're in the void.
It's interesting because, I mean, if you think about it from an alien point of view, anything that lives on Earth is an earthling. And why are the humans called earthlings, whereas your dogs are still dogs? You know?
Yeah. It seems a little unfair in terms of priority.
A little ableist if you think about it too hard.
Yeah. I like thinking about things too hard.
Yeah, that's
doubt
pretty
that.
easy for you to do.
Yeah, it is. Super easy. My brain hurts a lot.
And your mouth looks like it hurts a lot. A lot of you throwing in back there.
I'm very sensitive about that. And she tries to now talk without showing her teeth. There's in progress.
You can't even close your mouth anymore with all them teeth back there, can you?
It's so many teeth. I can't help it. It's like a curse. You stupid teeth. How many teeth?
Trader says what?
What?
Yeah.
No! And she'll bash her head into the wall, cracking more teeth out. This is stupid! She'll throw them out.
They just keep regrowing.
Like a Hydra, 2 teeth take their place.
I had too many teeth. It just becomes more crowded. She's in dire need of braces at this point.
Well, I think we should maybe get on with it instead of whatever this is over here. As the Lord of Fate snaps his fingers and sorry, acolytes, we got distracted. Blue slushies on me as hordes of attendants and goblins come down and pass out blue slushies to everyone in the crowd for the inconvenience of having to listen to all of this. As we move on into the death match. The acolytes cheering and chanting now with blue slushies in hand. Before we even get to start round number 3, are demanding another chaotic event.
Chaos!
Ready?
Bone Daddy, roll me a flat D20.
Yes, sir. That's a 5.
A 5. Remember, this chaotic event will deal 2 points of damage to a fighting spirit on a failed save.
Fine. Since you all were... What?
Do I need to roll something?
Not yet.
Not yet. I'll describe what I'm going to do. And Thea proudly just walks into the middle between the two of you and then bends her knees down and lets out the longest, loudest fart you have heard in your entire life. Like, it is uncomfortably long. That's not a good sound. I want to fart six.
That's
that was the sound of the slushy machine. The slushy machine getting to the bottom of the...
It sounds like when you go to the dentist and they're like sucking the water out of your mouth.
If only you were.
Oh yeah, it reminds me of at the dentist.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's what her butthole is weirdly shaped. What do you want? It makes a weird sound though.
Shaped like what? As opposed
like
to
a long,
what?
thin vacuum cleaner. and she's somehow farting on the inhale. I don't know.
This is hard to pull off.
She farts in reverse.
She's somehow growing.
She's just getting more and more bloated.
I'm trying. What do you want from me?
You know how you get like a lot of relief when you let out a fart? This is the
Yes.
opposite.
Yeah, it's just painful.
Hurting. Wait, I can't make a better fart sound. It's hard with
That's
this
already a
lip
better
sound.
fart sound.
It's not long though. I can't do a long fart like that.
I'm doing it inhaling.
You have to. Has to be. That's an elephant. No.
Just do it with your
anyway.
hands. Just do it.
No.
And you're getting your hands all like lipsticky.
Yeah, I'm gonna get all black.
Do it with your armpit. Do it with the arm.
No, I've got.
We're not moving on until Becca does a good fart.
Yeah, no, we're not. This is not happening.
Way better.
This kind of sounds like you were hiding a balloon up there, but
I don't have the lung capacity for this. Fine. She lets out the longest, stinkiest tuna pickle fart you've ever had. The two of you must roll or be poisoned from this fart.
DC 15 metal save. Your defense here.
People are jerks. That's hard.
13 for Bone Daddy. 6 for Ruby. You both are going to take 2 points of damage to your fighting spirit. Whoo! And the acolytes now cheering and chanting as Thea's shitty fart dust is all over the arena and you are gagging.
Sparkle. Why is it sparkly?
It is glitter everywhere. You both are now coated in pink glitter.
You're just hiding glitter in your bowels.
It's my special pocket.
She
eats a lot of glitter.
Don't say that.
A lot of
That's
paste
horrible.
too.
The glitter is directly between my muscles and the tendons. Now that I have no skin, it's so much more painful to get glitter on you.
You're welcome. You're lucky
one
it's
with-
glitter.
As one with the title of Bone Daddy, I've become very comfortable with a lot of bodily fluids and bodily functions, and that's just glitter should not be up there.
Well, it could have been worse. Thomas the Goblin tells me he hides eggs in his butt pocket.
Again, he can't read or write, and he eats paint.
But it cooks them, he says. If you put them in because his body temperature is so high, you put in a raw egg, and then by lunchtime it's cooked.
Damn it.
This is the part of the show where we're going to make sure that you guys at home know that this is not. Do not do anything.
Not actual advice. Do not try this at home.
Do not try this at home.
Human body temperature is not nearly enough.
Far below the temperature that you need to be able to kill bacteria.
This is an important disclaimer.
So what temperature does an egg hard boil?
Is the least of your troubles if you try to eat just a butt egg.
It's like it's like a sous vide, but inside.
I mean, if you think about it, just a chicken is just like a sous vide for eggs. If you
kind of
gets to about 90 degree temperature.
Exactly. Tell me how it doesn't work.
Now I hate to interrupt this, but I am in extreme pain.
Right. Let's.
This guy is still currently glitched inside of my body, so could we maybe?
Hold on, we got a bit of business to attend to first. As the Lord of Fate stands up, and he raises a hand to the sky as the chaos storms part, and from the sky onto the field of battle, the box of chaos slams down with the lid flipping open, the column of pink and yellow fire shooting into the sky as the shadowy hands once again creep their way out with the yellow eyes peering at both of you. You can sacrifice an action to the box in order to get a magic item. Ooh. And with that, we can begin round number 3 with Bone Daddy first to act here.
With 6 fighting spirit versus Ruby Rust 5.
Yes, this has been quite more damaging than my previous fights. And Ruby Rust, I want to let you know that you have done a lot for me. You've done a lot to force me to challenge myself. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the patented bone swirl to be able to get out of this grapple.
The gyrations.
They gave you a patent on that? You
They
applied to the patent office?
They said it's a phrase that has never been spoken in the English language before.
And instead of giving you a trademark or a copyright, they gave you an actual patent?
They gave me a patent, copyright, trademark, all of 3.
I would love to see the schematics on that patent.
And I'm going to dispel the grapple effect.
Okay.
And huffing and puffing, I'm going to find my way to the bar of this tavern and say, Garçon, I need a little pick-me-up. I need a tuna back.
Oh, tuna back. I'm not. As the bartender continually wiping the same spot. Ooh, let me see. There's probably a little tuna. I think I wiped some.
I see all the cans of tuna. You can't be hoarding them all for Thea.
Well, those are. I haven't opened. You know what? Let me. I got some down here. But first you're gonna need this. As he pulls a giant stein up and fills it up with the patented number 2 ale, slides it to you, and then he's going to go get some pickle juice from the back. But unbeknownst to you, he's gonna be he wipes him up with the towel earlier on the bar, and you just go kind of wring out his towel into a shot glass. Just kind of slide that down the table to you two. Drink up on the house.
All right, bottoms up, and kind of open it, and then chuck the stein at Ruby Rust.
Oh,
nice.
Good idea. Never put your dishes back where they're supposed to be.
16 to defend. It's a tie. In the event of a tie, you both gain a fighting or fatigue, and no damage is taken.
Yeah. Just bite down onto the stein.
You're good, Rust. You're good. But I'm better. And I'm gonna die for the box, the chaos box.
All right. As you get to the box, that shadowy figure kind of just leaning over the side, watching all this happening.
I need some help here.
Oh, yeah. Good to see. So you guys fighting to the death, or what's happening?
Yeah, typical Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, well, that's a Sunday, but...
It's Lord's Day.
The Lord of Fate has a day?
Yeah.
God, that guy's kind of a cock.
He's an acquired taste, that's for sure.
You tasted him?
No, but Ruby Rust has the air particulate, and yeah. No, don't. It's making that face again. I hate it.
Anyway, I get this straight. What do you got?
Oh man, I got this stein from the bar that I just got. I got let's see. I got a lot of pickle juice. I got some of the bones of the acolytes.
You got any more of those shorts?
What are you thinking? My shorts?
Yeah,
I
kind of dig that style you got.
You want my also patented hammer shorts?
They gave you a patent on those?
They did. No one else was willing to try to have them.
I mean, if you got a pair you're willing to part with, yeah.
I have a ton. No, they've not sold very well. I open up my coat and they're just like lined.
You know what? I think I can move those. I'll take 10.
Yeah. And let them know where they find a Bone Daddy. As I'm just gonna hand them like 10 of them.
I mean, most of the people I deal with usually end up dead later. So I don't know if that's a great, target audience.
I should do some advertising here. There's a ton of like crowd here, acolytes. I'm sure they're good customers, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're kind of idiots. They'll buy anything.
Yeah. All right. Well, what do you got for me?
Oh yeah, sorry. Be right back. As he slams the lid shut and the box begins to rumble and shake. Roll a d20.
Just 1 second.
Do it.
Roll a d20.
I gotta roll d20. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let's see what you will get.
That's it. Diaz.
A 10. As the box rumbles and shakes. Eventually the lid flipping open again, that column of pink and yellow fire shooting into the chaos storms above, lighting up the acolytes in the arena with this pink and yellow glow as they drink their blue slushies, and eventually that shadowy hand floats to a magic item.
Yes. In fact, it's a small vial, something black and hidden. Should you open it, it will reveal what it is. And he hands you this vial.
Will it cost me an action?
Nope, not to open it.
Then I open it.
As you open it, a soul escapes, revealing a small darkness that begins to weigh heavily on you. It is the shadow of the Shadow King, and it gives you 1 fatigue.
No. This is not what I was hoping for.
Oh. Sorry, supplies running. I just don't have as much shit as I used to.
Look, I gave you 10 of these hammer shorts, and you're not giving me anything back.
Yep. You know what? Fine. You know what? You're right. That was unfair of me. Let me see what else I can find. He's gonna go rummage around for another item. Roll another d20.
Jeez.
Complain a little bit, and you maybe get something.
9.
Oh no.
With a 9.
10 right?
Yeah. You can't get a 10 on this one. You receive the shield of the Golden King. Behind its golden gleam, your metal increases by +1, and all abilities impacted by metal also increase by +1. But on a nat 1 defense, your shield will be destroyed.
All right.
So your health does go up by 1.
Oh, that's great.
Because your base health increases.
I'm gonna change this little thing here. +3 now, instead of +2. Save. All right. Amazing. Well, Ruby, I think it's about time that we finish things up. I do want to ask the Lord of Fate, if I summon my Darcy to me in her truest form, will I have a single action left, or will that be the end of my turn?
Let's see. You cleared an effect, then you attacked, then you used the box. No, you'd have an action.
All right. Darcy, to me! As all of, like, these chunks of bone from the bone cage that was previously there are become, like, attaching themselves to me. As lastly, Darcy is, like, just completely covering me. I reach out to the skull above the fireplace. As I grab it, it's not under my control, but I grab it and slam it on top of the gigantic helmet. You thought right, Ruby. This is my truest self. As my stats become flipped between bloodlust and instinct, my bloodlust becomes 3, my instinct becomes 1. And I'm going to summon everything that I have into one final slam down with a power-up attack.
The power-up using your signature move, Daddy's Girl.
Daddy's Girl.
Daddy's Girl. Let's all say that together.
That's all.
Daddy's Girl.
Let's maybe not.
Girl.
Let's maybe.
It's a 12 to hit.
No!
And a dirty 20 for Ben. It misses.
Incredibly disappointing.
Ruby Rust, how do you evade such a move so massive?
I think like in the moments that he's powering up and all of that long period of time of he just going over to the bar, getting a drink, going over to the box, talking to what Ruby Rust is just kind of what is happening, and then kind of just like the back end of them kind of splits out like a paintbrush being pushed down onto a piece of paper that it splays, and then all of these like tendrils are seeping out across the tavern and across the bar to any like other patrons, like that guy that was sleeping on the table, and like some old shady guy in the corner that's definitely meant to be giving you a quest, and like the bartender, and he's just like using some abilities like the hunger had. He's just trying to assimilating people, and so he's getting like this. When it comes to him actually powering up and making the attack, he's getting this full like 3D look at where it's coming from, because he's like tapping into everybody else's senses, and he can turn it into like this bullet time dart to the side.
I'll be honest, I didn't forget that I was fighting somebody who is non-Euclidean.
We are assimilating. Now you will feel my wrath.
I'm gonna snake over to the box. I'm gonna
yeah.
use my first action to shout at the guy in the box.
That shield was mine! Before I was assimilated by the hunger, I had that shield. You gave it me even though I had no arms with which to hold it.
Well, I mean...
Give me something better.
Well, you look like shit. What are you gonna trade for it? I mean, I can't be held responsible. What happens to the items after you die with them?
I will give you... Here, a little trick I picked up from the hunger.
And I'll just like pull one of the older patrons towards me and just like pulls over, and I say,
I will give you the last years of this one's life.
Oh. Yeah, I could use those.
As he will reach a shadowy hand up into this person's face, and the shadow just goes like into their forehead, into their brain, and just like you see their eyes kind of flip through back, and all of this energy just drains from them as they slowly become gaunt and kind of like almost like a mummy, as the shadow just drains their life force and then pulls its hand out of their face, and they just kind of crumble to dust on the ground.
Oh yeah, that's the good stuff.
I'll be right back. As he shuts the lid and the box begins to rumble. D20.
All right. It was so close to a 20. It was like, oh.
14, it rumbles and shakes once again, the lid flipping open, and the box presenting you with a magic item.
It is a small box, and the shaky, shadowy hand very cautiously unlatches it, and it immediately begins to scream upon opening it, consuming this dark, ethereal soul from within it. Will allow you the ability to swap your bloodlust and metal spores for 1 round.
Okay. I will keep a hold of that, and then I will turn around. Let's see, I've got a heroic surge, I've got a power up, I've got a status effect. I'm going to go with... I'm going to see if I can get... He's powered up his power up. I'm going to see if I can do mine. I'm going to go slither back over to him. I'm going to stand upright, and then like a king cobra, the neck kind of expands outwards. But it's not just the neck, it's all the way down the body. Just these like frills sticking out from all these places, like needle spines. And I'm just going to try and like latch onto him and try and bite and grapple. This is a status effect to try and give him the grapple condition again.
Yeah! Like one of those like rubber rulers that I used when I was a kid in class, and would like kind of like be like...
7 to hit.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a natural 20!
Oh, this isn't gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt a lot.
With a natural 20, you actually regain 1 fighting spirit as well as gain an adrenaline.
Yeah.
Typical.
I think I do the bone swirl out of the way.
Do my pass it to the bone swirl.
Great stuff. This is exactly what I wanted.
I'm gonna go in all in on the next attack then, and I'm gonna make it a power up attack. All of those little spines now flick forwards, and you realize they're not spines but snake fangs, and each one of them is coming from this tiny little snake mouth that has protruded from my body like a little tentacle with a snake mouth on the end, and they're all going to try and bite in at once with a power up.
Oh,
not bad.
Ooh. 18 to defend. It misses.
Because of the metal, right? Because of the shield.
Yeah.
Because of the shield.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
You see this giant mech skeleton with a giant golden shield in front of it. Looks anime as hell.
No!
Remind me, heroic surge. What can I use him for? I can heal with it.
You can heal for 5 instantly. You can try to do 5 damage. It's like an extra strong power up. You can gain an extra permanent action. You can clear all your fatigue. You can reset your uses of like your power ups or your status effects back to full.
Okay. And it takes an action to do the heroic surge, right?
It does.
All right, I will. I'll do that. I'm gonna heroic surge and just recharge myself, get all my status effects back because I want to grapple this guy so I can use my final power up.
Okay.
All of those little needle-like skins just like absorb back into me.
Don't like it when you do that face.
That was good. I am uncomfortable.
All right. Thea, roll me a D20.
Yeah. And it is a 2.
All right, a 2.
Could be worse.
Not much.
It's pretty good, though. It's not a 1. And I have done okay.
You've done okay. You started with the 20. We'll give you that.
Yeah, it's averaging.
All right, then. Ruby Rust finished for this round. Box of Chaos begins to shoot off into the sky as it's been used up here in this fight as we begin round number 4. Bone Daddy.
All right. I think it's time that we end this charade, Ruby Rust. I have noticed you haven't even tried this tavern's potent brew. I think you should have a taste. As I grab one of the barrels using Tarsi's giant arm and huck it at it using a power-up attack.
Yeah! This feels very Donkey Kong-ish, I won't lie.
Oh, very.
The swapping bloodlust and metal, was that like an action or something I had to do with this box, or can I just, like, as a reaction, do it now?
Anytime you want.
Yeah.
It's a free action.
I will quickly open up this box with my teeth, just crunch into it, and temporarily switch my bloodlust and metal so that I've got an extra 1 against this attack.
Okay.
Smart.
No!
5 to hit.
It, I think.
18 to defend. It's gonna miss.
I've got every drink that I need right here. First the Java, then the venom, then your blood.
You know what? Rust, I think I've learned something from you. I've learned to be adaptable. I've learned to never do what they expect. And I've learned one special trick. I'm going to engulf you like you tried to engulf me. like a horror that, like, opening up its chest cavity, you see the slight form, like a meatball in the middle of a stick of Bone Daddy in the heart of this Darcy armor, the death armor reborn in a combat yard armor. You're going to see all these bones, the rib cage, the arms all expand like the spines that you have created with your body and collapse down. Using my last action with a heroic surge, I'm going to try to take 5 damage from you.
Oh.
Elevator!
Easily big. Oh, it's a 6 to hit with a lucky 3.
My dude!
Cannot believe it.
Yeah!
16 to defend. It misses.
That was the end of me if you'd have hit.
Oh, the lead up was so good, dude. It was a perfect setup.
Darcy.
Damn.
I've never been disappointed in you until this very day. Girl, you're gonna have some explaining to do when we get home. If we get home. And that's my turn.
All right. 2 actions down. Ruby Rust.
You will never teach the master new tricks.
start to breathe in and just like start to grow in size. I'm equal to your size now, and then I'm gonna sort of elongate as if I'm being stretched like Play-Doh. And you know when you're pulling like a piece of blue tack and it's getting super thin in the middle, like it's going to snap, but it never snaps. And then I just whoosh, start wrapping around you, and I'm gonna use my my big power up move, whatever we're calling those, the big squeeze.
Yeah.
Try and constrict you.
Use your signature
and then
move.
If I can. My signature move, that's what we'll call it. Yeah, my signature move, I'm going to use the big squeeze. And I'm going to try and grab a hold of you. You lose an action while you're wrapped around it. And then I'm going to try and constrict you and such as well. All right, so I need to roll my attack.
Oh, 7 to hit.
Natural!
Oh, clutch!
Yes,
that's
please.
it.
Yes, please.
Oh, Lord of Fate, how many points off will that take us?
That will take us down. Bone Daddy with 6. Ruby Rust with 5.
Excellent.
And Bone Daddy's shield is...
And the shield is gone. Broken.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Excellent. All right, now, if I'm remembering correctly, you'll now lose an action while I'm wrapped around you. It will cost you an additional action to free yourself. And if you're still constricted at the start of my next turn, something bad happens. So, with my 3 status effects that I saved up because of my heroic surge, this is why I did them. I'm going to try and hit you with all 3 of them and get rid of all of your actions, essentially, so that you can't get out of this grapple. And then my second action, I can mess you up. So now that I've whacked around you like a thin piece of blue tack, stretched too thin, I just wrapped around you like a piece of spider web. I'm trying to cocoon you in with the big squeeze, and I'm starting to crush in. So my second action is just to put the pressure on and try and crush in even further.
The status effect?
With a status effect.
All right, 6 to hit on this one.
He's scraping by. He's scraping by. Will it be enough?
Doesn't hit.
All right, that one's a fail. But I've got 2 more. My next action is to crush in even further with another status
Before you
effect.
go any further,
Give me your last words.
I need to ask you something. For quite a while now, I've been thinking. I'm thinking that I might have to listen to the haters, to the acolytes who think that it's time for Bone Daddy to hang up the hammer shorts. You know what? Maybe it is time. Maybe it's time for Bone Daddy to retire. To say goodbye. Good night, baby doll, for one last time. I must ask you this one thing. I will, as you put it, fall into the hunger and assimilate. But please, spare my Darcy. She did nothing wrong.
I will consider it.
And then I'm going to crush in even further.
Just put it to some thought.
9 to hit.
Not doing well on all this amazing final boss stuff.
13 to defend. It
I need
misses.
that promise, Rust. I need that promise.
I have no need for inorganic matter. Your Darcy is inanimate. She only moves by your command. She is nothing more than a table to me.
And I'm going to crush in you further even with my last one, last status effect, last action. I'm going to see if I can get rid of one more of your actions.
A table.
Slightly better.
12 to hit.
Oh.
5 to defend. It is gonna hit. That one hits for 2, and you now have a status effect, and you are constricted, meaning you've lost an action. So you have 1 action on your next turn, and you can either clear the status effect or get rid of the.
And he swapped his bloodlust and instinct, which means that he won't have as many actions, right?
Correct. He only has 2.
Yeah. Did I lose?
So he lost an action down to 1, and then he has to, and then he's got two effects on him essentially to get. It takes an extra action to get out of it.
Correct.
I love that. While your rolls were only okay, your pure joy of the strategy execution here is the thing.
This is what I'm all about. My rolls are always just okay. At best, my rolls are okay, which is why I have to strategize. Whenever I'm playing D&D, I have to strategize through the wazoo. Otherwise, if I don't have contingency plan after contingency plan after contingency plan, I never achieve anything that I want. Because my D20s act like D10s.
See, I just blew my load at the very beginning and had all these good rolls. And then when it really mattered last round, when I had like strategized, like this is when I'm going to use everything, it just came out.
All just fell down, yeah.
More importantly, though, here as we begin round number 5, are you going to let him talk to Darcy like that?
A table. A table.
I pull Ruby Rustin closer. And I get eye to orb floating around somewhere in the form.
Compound. It's like a compound fly's eye just in the side of the face. Yeah.
You listen to me, Rust. No one talks to Darcy like that. Yes. Darcy has gone through things that you wouldn't understand. The heart that is in that skeleton. The brain, the mind, the love that I have felt from that table, as you put it, that pile of bones that I hold on a pedestal like no other. She will prevail. She will outlast us all, even the Lord of Fate. If I'm gonna die today, you're gonna come with me, and I'm gonna throw both of us into the fireplace.
Oh.
Okay. Roll the hit.
What is happening?
12
hey,
to
my
hit.
Lucky 3.
4 to defend. You successfully hit, and since you have decided to take yourself in as well, you're going to take a point of damage in your fighting spirit. But he still has you constricted, so you lose your second action, and you're going to take another point of damage for the status effect that you have on you as well.
I did have 2 status effects left, and I can't imagine that I'm surviving past this. Could I use the status effect to be able to do that? I know it's not fair. I know it's after it.
Sure.
That's fine with me.
We'll retroactively apply it because I feel like it makes sense you would have used it.
I've got this. Yeah, it makes sense. I've got the status on fire.
Yeah.
I will use her ribs to pick your flesh from my teeth.
And then the big squeeze. The second part of it is, on a second consecutive round of being constricted, you must succeed on a metal save or be swallowed. As I start to unhinge my jaws, you'll see that from the back end of me, it starts to actually, all of this weird non-Euclidean bullshit that's happening with me being assimilated into the whole hunger, it all starts to actually reverse. Like for this moment, this brief moment, I'm becoming myself again. The skin sort of stitches itself back up. All of these weird nubbins and things just kind of withdraw back into themselves. The jaws and the eyes all just plop, plop, back into where they should be and back into the regular place. As the big mouth comes down and latches over the top of your head and shoulders and just starts to force myself down over your body, swallowing you like a constrictor snake. I need a metal saving throw.
That's fine. That's normal.
7.
I don't think that's gonna do it. You are considered swallowed. You will take a fighting spirit damage, and you'll lose a fighting spirit at the end of every turn until you're free, as you are being digested by my stomach acids. You are crunched up inside me. That was I assume that's an action to continue my big squeeze.
Yes.
So I've got 3 more actions left.
And
I've got no status effects, no power-ups, no heroic surge, and I'm on fire.
And he will take a point of damage as that swallowing takes effect, and then the next point would come at the end of his turn.
Yep. I will look around the bar. I'll use one action to clear the status effect as I crawl out of the fire, still just burning up, and I'll look around. I'll go towards Thea. I say,
your problem was bringing me back without considering how I should be. So that meant you didn't manage to have your usual protections in place.
You have no idea how much stronger I am now.
And I'm gonna start just like crushing down this creature inside of me, as well as like trying to grow myself to the size of this bar. I'm gonna try and take over everything. The power of the hunger has just gone to my head, and I'm just gonna consume everything, everybody in the bar. So my first action, try and finish off the people in the bar, surroundings in the bar.
Natural!
Yeah, natural 20.
20!
What?
Did the Lord of Fate ever consider that his creations
out.
might start fighting back?
No.
Just grab like furniture and just like pushing it in through my skin. Just it's like it's piercing the skin, but as soon as it's past, the skin just bounces back as if it was like nothing, as if it's the meniscus of water. All of the people, all of the bodies, the old man that I sacrificed to the crate, I just grab his body and just push it into myself. And then with my last action, let's see.
Was that attack also in trying to encompass Bone Daddy as well?
No, just net 20. That was for flavor for the people around me.
Okay.
And then with my last action, Bone Daddy's inside me on what, 1 health?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Let's see if I can. Just tense my abs, tense my wee snake abs, and just crush him from within. Here we go.
Can he do it?
Oh,
It's a 4, but it's a natural 1 is a 10! He does it!
Goes out with a nat 1! What a farewell in this moment of crunching and crushing, despite the growing size that we see of Ruby Rust. Bone Daddy, you find yourself being devoured, turning into bone dust yourself, as you feel the constriction, as you sense these moments becoming even more fleeting. What goes through your mind?
You know, the greats only become great when they get to go out on their own terms. And I decided too late that it was my time. In a moment of panic, I realized that maybe this life of bones and of daddy and of Bone Daddy, maybe I should have considered the people who I hurt along the way. Far more that I pleased, but some that I did hurt. As I feel myself being ground into bone meal, I just, with one last gasp, punch out of rust and open up my hand, letting go of a single finger bone of Darcy that scatters onto the floor as I become engulfed by the snake, this python. And I hope that finger bone can find her way home.
As that bone inches away, sneaking out, even throughout the entire tavern, no one notices. And it survives. However, Ruby Rust, you grow in power and strength. You begin to morph and evolve. This is becoming a bit of a problem.
Yep, nope, I don't like this.
Yeah,
We gotta stop this.
The attention onto the Lord and Thea and says,
Where are your protections now?
and I start to slither towards them.
Fighting for your amusement.
No, hold on. And she does this weird little and magically 5 chinchillas just roll out in little poof balls. I need the special, this one. Yeah. And one volunteers itself. You deserve this, Ruby Rust! And Thea yeets that giant chinchilla and you devour it. As you do, and you notice
it going down your throat into your belly. You begin to feel more subdued. Those muscles constricting begin to relax. You deflate in size. That inside becomes where it should be. Your intestines rearrange to where they should be. Your eyes go back and stay where they should be in this moment. And you begin to shrink further and further still until we see before us an adorable, non-sentient ruby python. Cute. Big, beautiful eyes. Look, we fixed it.
You fixed it too much. Now it can't code.
Crawls out from underneath a helmet.
Now we lost a champion. What are you doing?
It's not. He deserves this. And Thea kicks open the door. You deserve to be free. I release you. And then
into the void.
and the mind of Ruby now, as that sentience just begins to disappear thought by thought. What's the final moment? That final word or words that slip through before you find your freedom once again?
Peace, at last. No more deadlines. No more projects. No more rent. No more taxes. Just hunting for mice. Peace.
out into the wilderness.
You find your escape. Yes! See, this is what the deathmatch provides. Freedom, victory, the chance to write your own story and get exactly what you want. Welcome and good night to D20 Deathmatch!